Hey, bird. Afternoon, everybody. It's us. Woo. Bird. What doing, bird? What you doing? Ahoy, hoy. Sophie. Bird. Come on then. Ready? Sophie, what you doing? Bird. Bird. What you doing? I love the little wing flutter, it's great, isn't it? She is starting to thin now. She is molting properly. Every now and again when she bends her head down, you can see that there's the back of her head starting to thin a little bit. Isn't it? Hmm? Oh, bird. On cue, here comes Pickles. We had a weird occurrence here today. We put Sophie on the perch. Ready? On here. Check out this stick that fell into the aviary just now. This is a stick from the cherry tree that's above us. And it is huge. I think this stick might be a bit big, bird. I mean, do you want it though? Yeah, bird, I think it might actually be too much stick. Let me go to the far end of it. Oh, good. That actually sounds like the RAF no fooling. Yeah, I don't quite know where this came from, but I see. Go to the other end. Go to the more manageable end. I dig it. She does want. Yeah, bird, this is too much stick. This is about 800% more stick than you need. Yeah? Family size stick. I don't even think it's family size. Look at the state of it. I mean, I'd keep it around for the lulz if it didn't have a bit of moss on it. Hey, sheep. I think we might just make that quietly disappear. Let's just push this out there, because that is too damn big. Bird. So yeah, Sophie absolutely hated me doing her roof yesterday, but it's letting so much light in now. Now the thing with the moss is I never know quite whether it's good for her to sort of like have in her mouth, sort of thing. It sort of strikes me as the sort of thing that you probably shouldn't get in her mouth. I don't know, I could be wrong, but like when it's Nestfest and I see any sticks with moss on it, that immediately disqualifies any stick from Nestfest. Oh, super hard, thank you. Ooh. Oh, a little glimmer of sexy dance. There we go. Super hard sexy dance. Thank you, bird. So yeah, I got up on the I got up on the big step ladder, which Sophie absolutely hates. She barks herself insane at the aluminium step ladder that I have. So I got up on this ladder and got up on the roof of Squirkington Manor and poured all of the Virginia Creeper. You can just see a bit of it up here, sort of thing. This is a Virginia Creeper, but it went all the way across and all the way over the roof of Squirkington Manor. And so I poured all that off, and then I got into a thing. Yeah, I know it's loads bright, isn't it? I think she hates the ladder because it's shiny because it's aluminium. It's that weird sort of like, it's like that greepy, creaky aluminium that isn't very nice in your hand and makes weird clanky noises and stuff, and she just barks herself daft with it. And so all of this now is, let's light it. But then, as I say, I got into a thing. Sophie got very confused when I was on the roof, actually like kneeling on the roof with a broom and that kind of thing. So I pressure washed the moss off the bedroom roof, and then I did this roof too. And I grant you, it's not perfect, but I mean, a replacement for this is coming. A replacement for this roof bit is coming. But yeah, so I cleaned off all the mud off all of the plastic bits as well. And yeah, tons more light comes into Squirkington Manor now. So she's cool with that. Less cool with the fact that I displaced tons of spiders doing it, but you know, needs must. And she might not be quite as cool when it rains really hard and she has less places to shelter, but yeah, I've ordered a new piece of plexiglass for the living room bit here that should completely cover the should completely fill like that square of the aviary sort of thing. If you can see that square there, should be completely covered, which means during breecast, if it rains, I don't get water pouring down my neck while while it rains on breecast. But I ordered it online, and it was 20 quid, so it was like $25-30 sort of thing, and the delivery doubled the price. It cost as much to have it delivered as it did to buy the product. So yeah, I hope it fits. I hope I've measured it right. Otherwise, I am going to look even more of an idiot than usual. Hey, Rocky Mountains, hi! And Britannia is indeed bright and sunny today. And yeah, Sophie is digging the increased sunlight life, I think. Bird. Yeah, delivery fee, absolutely incredible. Yeah, it was like 18 quid the product, and another 17 quid delivery. Like, what? I know it's a great big sheet of plexiglass, but settle down. You know. Bird, what's this? Ah, I see, it's biffage. Fair enough. I have tried carrying plexiglass, and I mean, if normal life was a thing that still existed, I could have walked around to like the I could have walked around to B&Q. There's a B&Q near us, like a Home Depot. And I could have gone, if normal life was a thing, I would have just walked around there and bought it for half the price. But yeah, normal life isn't a thing at the moment. I bought some kitchen sink unblocking liquid, some like ecological kitchen sink unblocking liquid, and only after I had ordered it online did I realise I'd actually bought a pack of 6 of them. So that'll be a treat tomorrow when they turn up. But yeah, so I cleaned like this roof as well and poured out some of the aviary and that kind of thing. Oh yeah, I mean the B&Q I'm talking about is open. I just don't want to go there. See, the problem is as well, you see, the female is we're on a list of what's the word, not high dependency, it's something like that, The female is immunosuppressed and also has asthma. So our household is one of those ones that's on a shielded status. That's it, yeah. So we're on that high risk register sort of thing, and so we get online groceries delivered when we get. It sounds terrible, but we get like semi-preferential treatment for slots for home delivery for groceries and things, and so part of it is that as well. I'm exposing myself to risk and therefore the female by going to like a DIY shop unnecessarily sort of thing, when I can just order it online and just spray it down with IPA when I get it sort of thing. It's neither here nor there. And it's not as if we're desperate for money sort of thing. I can easily afford to have it delivered, so I'm gonna. Bird. Check out how much more light there is. I can't get over how bright in comparison. Yeah. IPA, yeah. Isopropyl alcohol. It's like industrial alcohol, like kills any germ it touches, sort of thing. No, Jabella, no. Yeah, like most hand sanitizers are a mixture of industrial alcohol, water, and like a little bit of like surfactant to make it like jelly. I just make my own hand sanitizer just by mixing pure alcohol and distilled water. I prefer it because it doesn't leave that with that weird sort of like, you bung hand sanitizer on your hands and your hands feel like they're a millimetre bigger than they actually are for hours. Like you've got like that weird sort of like blah, 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 sort of feeling on your hands. Spray on IPA doesn't do that. So IPA is one of those things that is getting rare, and your hands get sticky and that kind of thing. Where this one it doesn't at all. Your hands don't get sticky in the slightest, and it's also really good for cleaning your spectacles as well. But it's yeah, that yeah. No, I went to my office today and via part 3D printing as well. Yeah, definitely. I must fire up my 3D printer again. I bought a 3D printer ages ago and I hardly ever use it. I used it to print the few things I brought it for, sort of thing, in one of those sort of situations. I bought it so I could print a bunch of drive mounts for a few computers and stuff. She's trying to get that stick in. Bird. Seriously, mate. Well, that's what they don't tell you about 3D printers, is they are fantastic if you've got the time and the patience. They are fantastic if you need like a particular bit and can design it and or download that bit. What they don't tell you is how long, if you know CAD, how long it takes you to print the thing. Oi. Because there's no way I would be able to like go to bed and leave a 3D printer printing. So the maximum time I can have something print is like 10 hours. And that's just not long enough to print some things. Yeah, computer aided design. To be able to like 3D model something on a computer and then send that 3D model to a printer which prints it out for you. But CAD is really, really complicated, especially if like me, you've got a brain that's quite good at spatial awareness, but absolutely crap at math. You've got one of those sort of like, well, I've designed this, I just need to expand its x-axis. No, it's y-axis. No, it's z-axis. I'm dead now. Why am I not surprised that there might be giant song about CAD? Why am I not surprised about that? Oh no, my printer's not hugely. It's it's one that like it's one of those 3D printers that everybody bought a few years ago, sort of thing, because they were going cheap. It's I forget the name of it now. The educational songs, I love it. I love that. Like Here Comes Science is fantastic. It took all my energy yesterday while I was doing that Britannia flag not to make a West Xylophone joke. Like, Britannia signs import ruled with the good people of West Xylophone. That kind of thing. Or as I believe the country prefers to be called now, the Democratic Republic of Marimba. She's just staring at that stick now. Bird, you cannot have this stick. This stick is too much stick. Look how much stick this is. Ooh. We got very thoughtful there, Bird. What's this? Come on, Bird. Let me look. I'll tell you what. You stand here for a minute. Do you know? I was finding where I was actually. Thank you. I'll pull some of this stick in. Oh no, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean. Actually, I can relate. Right, you have this bit of stick, which is some stick. There we go. Now that is a manageable, good amount of stick. That's trash. Now you can't have any of that because it's got moss on it, as we have discussed. Oh no, that's worse. I've made it worse now. Get stick, inspect stick, reject stick. Is this no good? No, trash. Absolute trash. God, we're even throwing around we're throwing in Y stick. Oh yeah, the moss. Yeah, it's just I don't know how good it is for her to get moss in her mouth, sort of thing. I'm just not sure whether it would be the sort of thing that would be the sort of thing that would be wise to get in her mouth, sort of thing. So yeah, I normally disregard anything that's got moss on it. Look how compact this tail is now, Bird. Look how compact it. Also, I love the way the colours of her tail, because those feathers are outside feathers. The feathers that you can see don't have coloration on the inside part of them. I can sort of like get an angle on it. There, like that. You can see that the outside of the feathers have coloration on it. But the inside bit of those two feathers don't, because they're you don't normally see them. Only paint the bits that show, Bird. Yeah, absolutely. She 100% knows her own mind. And when she moves, it's like, right, here we go. This is the thing now. I'm off. What do you reckon, Bird? I hold you? Would you like a lift? Yeah, absolutely. I can relate to that. Mine's the same, but with weathering. I weathered a couple of Fallout replicas I made, and it's just like, no one's ever going to see that bit of it. Let's not weather that. But like the weathering part of modelling is absolutely my favourite bit. It's the bit I love so much. I love weathering. It's part of the oh bless, thank you, Tar. It's one of those situations with weathering. It's just so satisfying making a model stop being a model and start being a replica of the actual thing. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I remember paging through code a little while. Oh, there you go. Moss is okay for magpies instead of using nesting material in the wild. Oh, fair enough then. Thank you for that. I remember paging through someone's code, and there was a comment at the start of a little subroutine that they have written as obviously just like a bung-in little lash bit of code, and it was just, I apologise in advance for this. Yeah, I've written code like that. I've committed code that is that sort of quality. Hey, Fluffball. That's my comments. Apologies. Yeah. Bird, what you think? Lemon. Bird, what are you doing? Sophie. Where can I put the phone? There we go. Lemon. Doing soft girl. Dear future me, yeah, absolutely. I've done that with service desk tickets. I've written, Dear future Bowdy, this is how you do this thing you do once every 2 years. So I've started with, I can search my knowledge base for the string, Dear future Bowdy. Just like, oh, thanks, past Bowdy. Prologue. Prologue. Is awful, prologue. Yes. What? Yeah, let your CMS, let your knowledge base be built itself by weird strings like Dear Future Bowdy. What you doing? We can hear from Sophie, yeah. Should she have anything to tell us? Ah, cat. I see. Hey, neighbourhood cat. Yeah, you better run. Just don't be like EA and only... Yeah, that was a little cough, yeah. Don't be like EA and only test the patcher. Yeah, that's the one that looks at birds like she's imagining 2 vegetables, gravy and stuffing. Yeah. And now she's climbing up the side of the crow's aviary. Because she's an arse. Oh, I see. She's making it over the fence. Fair enough. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's got now that she's got like a shortcut up the side of the crow's aviary sort of thing, and then over the neighbour's fence, which is fine as long as she keeps going. I don't mind. She can climb up anything she wants as long as she keeps moving. Now, right, bird? Yeah. No, that would probably be not well received. I think it would be the polite way of saying. What? Yeah, Nip. What do you think? So I think you nearly dropped the phone then, Andy. There we go. Missed me. Oh, you missed... Did she miss me? Yep. Missed me. Did a poo. Missed me. Bird. What do you think? You've got a speck up there, Book. You got a little... It's pretty great, actually. It's pretty great. If anything comes into the garden that is... Actually, my old Twitter, I don't know. Periscope is weird sometimes. It is pretty weird having a bunch of guard birds. Wasn't it the old story about... Was it like Japanese palaces and things used to have geese in their courtyards? So if anybody tried to intrude into the building, the geese would lose their minds and honk at everything. we have a very similar thing, just with more aggro. Yeah, isn't it? Yeah, I certainly would. I certainly wouldn't want to mess with a goose, with a geese, with a goose. Then I wouldn't want to sneak past a magpie if I could avoid it. And God knows I've tried sometimes. When you just want to put like a tea towel on the washing line or something, it's like, oh, don't wake Sophie. Ah, I've woken Sophie up. Oh God, I love GTP. You're a horrible kid. Sophie. God, geese are still used today. Wicked. Ace. Come on then, bird. I better get back to work, hadn't I? Also, it looks like it's going to rain. Look at this. Look at this handsome bird. What do you think? It's the national dish of Britannia. Ooh, beefy strip. It's got to be beefy strip, hasn't it? Should it not just have to? Actually, yeah, there is. Actually, yeah, popcorn. Is it popcorn or is it beefy strip? Popcorn as dessert. Nice. Yeah, popcorn. I think you're onto something there. Come on, bird. Let me do the lolly stick. Ready? Ah, bless. Thank you. Right, come on. Right, lolly stick out. Make sure it's right around. Hit the camera. There we go. So thanks for coming, everybody. It's always lovely to see you and speak to you. Oh, super heart right at the end. Thank you. If you just stumbled across this on Periscope and you'd like to follow Sophie on Twitter, her Twitter handle is @BreeSophieBree. Or if you prefer, you can Google Sophie the Magpie. Hey, look at that. She stayed still during the end card. Brilliant. Only because I think she's falling asleep. So cheers, everybody. We'll see you all tomorrow. Bye for now.